Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. So, today I'm very excited to vlog about something that's different. Okay, so I received a gift all the way from Dubai, and this particular item that you're looking at is called a Shisha, or in US we used to call this thing hookah. Okay, so this thing is a fully set up, ready to go already. Okay, so what I'm trying to do today to show you that how to break this thing down. What I mean to say about that is we're gonna break this thing down and then lay down the parts here so you know how it looks like, and basically teaching you how to assemble this but the other way around, or disassemble this. Okay, uh, more like, and then I'm gonna put it all back together again anyway. Okay, so yeah, so I'm pretty excited about this. Just to give you a quick background, I used to smoke cigarettes and stuff, and that's about a decade ago. And one day I woke up, I just put the pack of cigarette and the lighter on top of the fridge, and I never touched it again. And up until now, I haven't smoked a cigarette and stuff. But smoking a hookah or from a hookah or shisha is a whole different story, though. First of all, you can get this without nicotine or anything like that, and it's strictly for pleasure, just for relaxing and kicking back and things like that. Okay, and I've done this before. This is not isn't anything new to me or anything like that. So um, I really enjoy hookah. I like that. I like the flavors, all the different kinds of flavors they have. It isn't as obviously, I can do e-cigarettes or something like that and get the same effect or whatever, but it's just not as ceremonial, should I say, about smoking from a hookah or a shisha. So I like that better. I just chill, and there's a lot of things to it. The smoke coming out with the bubbles, and the I don't know. It's just a whole nice experience every time I do this. Okay, so let's break this thing down basically. Okay, I'm gonna go and show you each parts of this. Okay, all right. So let's break this thing down. First of all, let me take this thing off of here so you can see it. So the first part from the top, this is what they call the tobacco bowl. Okay, this tobacco bowl, there's a lot of different kinds of these. Okay, this is where you put the tobacco around here, and there's a hole there that would that's where the smoke will go in as you puff it. Okay, so tobacco bowl, and then you take this thing out. You unscrew this. Okay, so this is part of the neck, or actually the neck for the tobacco bowl. Okay, as you can see, there is a gasket in there to seal this thing nicely. So this is part of the neck, and this is also what secures the ashtray. Okay, so that is the ashtray. When if you want to sit your tongue right there while you're puffing, you can sit that right there because you're going to be moving the tobacco around, or the charcoal that's on top of it. Okay, ashtray. And then let's take out the mouthpiece, the hose and the mouthpiece. Okay, so the hose is the orange, obviously, and normally it's made out of a nice, very bendable This one right here is it's like a mix of synthetic leather or something, or something like that, but it's plastic. And then it's wrapped with a nice orange gold thread. But this is where you can get really, really fancy, and you can spend a whole lot of money on getting some nice ones too if you want to. Okay, so this part right here goes in here. Okay, this is the neck of the hookah. Okay, so this hole right here is where this thing goes. Okay, just take that out, and there once again there's a gasket right there, or a seal or whatever, that makes sure that there's no other there's no air that comes out or something, so that when you puff it, you're puffing it like without any other part coming out. I mean, without any holes or anything like that, or that will let go of the smoke or whatever someplace else except through the neck. Okay, all right. So that's that. And this is where this is the mouthpiece. Okay, so this is where you puff from. Okay, and then you break this thing down. Okay. By the way, this is where you put the hose, and this other side right here is where you control the air. Okay. Make sure that's nice and tight. Okay, or you can loosen it a little bit if you want to. So it depends on how strong you want your puff to go. Okay, so you undo this part right here, and you will see that this long neck right here, this piece right here, dips all the way. This one dips in the water that's inside the water base. Okay, sorry, the water bowl. So you will fill this thing out with up with water, and then this will dip in that water, probably around an inch or something like that. So, well, this part right here does that, and then this is the water bowl. Okay, so you fill this thing up with water, probably right around here. There's levels right here. Okay, and you will find different kinds of this. This is another piece that you could go nuts on. There's a lot of stores out there that sells this in different colors and things like that. Okay, but the very important thing to make sure of is that this part right here seals tightly with the bottom over here. Typically, there's a gasket, and if you don't see a gasket in there, air will leak out or smoke will leak out and stuff. Okay. So this one right here, this particular one, has a gasket, okay, and which is a good sign, because that would just have a watertight integrity in there, or airtight integrity, if you may. Okay, so yeah, and obviously that's the whole setup right there. Okay, as far as the tools are concerned, okay, obviously you need to have a tongue. The tongue is where you're going to touch the charcoal. And then this little bad boy right here is just like a toothpick to puncture holes on the foil. But there are other foils out there, or there are pre-punched foils out there for this already. So, but once again, I said, this was it just makes it a little bit cool to design your own holes, or punch your own holes on the foil. So yeah, and then obviously you're going to need some tobacco. Okay, I got here a orange with mint flavored tobacco molasses, and then I have here an apple. Okay, so I got those two flavors right there. And then you cannot run this thing without some charcoals and stuff. These charcoals right here aren't your barbecue charcoals or anything like that. This is just like a little pucks of charcoal that burns easily with a lighter, and then once you get that done, you put that on top. Okay, so I haven't opened this thing yet, but I will. So right there, that these are the parts. Okay, obviously you're gonna need foil as well, you know, as part of the materials that you're gonna use. So you have your hookah, you have your tools, and then you have your ingredients or other materials or whatever, the consumable parts of it that you're gonna need to run a nice hookah setup. Okay, so I will show you guys how to put this thing all together in a little bit. Okay. Hey guys, I'm back. So we are going to assemble this so that you can see the proper way of putting this together. And this, what once again, is the Magix Shisha or Hookah. Okay, so let's do this. This is your water bowl. Okay, you're gonna fill this thing up with water. Okay, I'm gonna put water in there. I have my water here, okay? But we're not gonna put water in there right now because we're not gonna smoke, it's too early. Anyway, so after you put the water there, okay, you are going to put the neck in and make sure that this thing is tight down here because the smoke will go up from there, okay? All right. And make sure once again that there's a gasket there. If that gasket falls off, you're not gonna have a good airtight, okay? So screw this onto the bowl. Make sure that's tight, but not too tight, okay? And then I don't usually put the hose right away, but you can. So just watch this, okay? And then I put my ashtray on top of the neck, okay? And then I secure that so it doesn't move around with the part of the neck that locks in the tray. Okay, make sure that's nice and tight. You don't want this this ashtray to be moving around and stuff, okay? So that's that. And then you put your tobacco bowl, okay? Okay, control the strength when you push down here, okay? You don't want to slip and smash the whole setup and stuff, but that should be tight already. As long as you got that gasket there, or the gasket there, it should be good to go, okay? And then you put your hose in to this and make sure that the gasket is there as well. Okay, control your strength as well when you put that, when you insert this thing in here. You don't want to break this, okay? All right, and then your mouthpiece, okay? So that's done, okay? So the next thing that will happen is that you're going to get some tobacco, okay? After you get some tobacco, you sure take some tobaccos out. Make sure your tobacco is when you take this thing out of the pack and you take it out of the sealed packet, they're kind of wet. You know, those are the good signs. If they're dry, don't even bother. Okay, throw that away. Okay, so put some around the bowl. Okay, there's a spot there for around the bowl, and then after you put that in there, okay, you grab a piece of foil, not too big, you know, you don't need a whole lot of foil, okay, and then you put that on top, okay, just make sure that I mean, yeah, it's gonna get I mean, you're not probably gonna get a super seal or anything like that for this, but just make sure that it's touching the foil is touching all the lip of it, all the lip of the bowl. Okay, so when that's done, what you're gonna do next is you're gonna punch some holes on them. Okay. Okay. So after that, you're gonna go ahead and get a one or two. It depends on how fast you wanna burn the tobacco. Okay. Get a charcoal, and that charcoal is gonna look like a puck, and you're gonna sit that on top right here. Okay. It's gonna be black, and it's gonna turn ashy around that little puck and stuff. When it's completely ashy color, just like when you're barbecuing, when the charcoals are completely uh, ashy on the outside and stuff, that's when you know it's good to start smoking it or puffing it. Okay, so once that's all gray, and you start puffing away, and you just sit this thing here in case you need to move the ashtray. I mean the charcoal around and stuff, you know, and enjoy your shisha or hookah. Okay, so yeah, guys, this is how simple this is, and there are different kinds of tobacco. You know, there are some tobaccos out there that aren't even tobacco anymore because they're just like they don't have nicotine on them or anything like that. So it's just for fun. You know, you're not really getting addicted to nicotine or anything like that because you just basically just puffing for flavor and stuff. Okay, so yeah. Other than that, guys, so this pretty much concludes the video about this and stuff. And my next video would probably be around, about, buffing them with different kinds of flavors and things like that. Okay. Other than that, guys, thank you very much for watching, and thank you very much for subscribing, following, commenting, and staying subscribed and all that. So until next time, I'll see you later.